Well, joining me now to talk about the latest on Chairman Nunes and the intelligence and the surveillance claims and the deep state's involvement in it all, Chris Farrell. He's Director of Investigations and Research for Judicial Watch, which does an incredible service to the nation day in and day out, producing, well, public knowledge that would be hidden from us all if it were not for Judicial Watch. Great to have you with us, Chris.
Thank you, Lou.
To hear the House Intel Chair tell it, I mean, these are blockbuster statements that are being made. He effectively vindicated President Trump with what he revealed to the president, to the press. And it's interesting. I watch the national left-wing media, and they don't even mention the fact that the president vindicated, that he was right, that, you know, because some had mocked him. I mean, it's newspaper after newspaper. Their editorial boards even weighing in on what a foolish thought the president had. Your reaction?
I can tell you that when President Trump said Obama wiretapped me, that's sort of Queens shorthand, right? The president is still a guy from Queens, New York.
Right.
And he said, look, the Obama wiretapped me. And what that means in Washington language is that administration officials out of the Obama White House unlawfully obtained intelligence information and, again, unlawfully shared that with their allies in the media. That's the long Washington answer to President Trump saying Obama wiretapped me. And
Yep.
the facts are that. You know, intelligence information was unlawfully manipulated or used in a way. They may have been legally collecting the intelligence, but they mishandled it in a way and then revealed the names and then disseminated it again in an unlawful way to either embarrass or smear or in some way undermine President Trump.
Right.
And that's what we're seeing right now.
And this is a campaign. This is more than a campaign. It's a war against President Trump and his administration, everyone in that administration. And I think it may be that they are only now coming to the realization that there will be no quarter. There is no depth to which the Schumers, the Adam Schiffs will stoop to attack day in and day out. And then the shadow government itself carrying out all sorts of strategies against this president. It is the ugliest thing I have ever seen. Your thoughts on this, the extent of this?
Yeah, about a month ago I put out a couple of videos. One was entitled "The Soft Coup." That's what we're experiencing.
Right. I saw that.
And then the cold civil war, and that's what we're right in the middle of. Look, there are, you know, if you look at Sally Yates at Justice, there are hundreds of Sally Yateses all throughout the government.
Yeah.
And
Sally Yates being the acting, well, the deputy attorney general,
right,
who the administration, the president had to fire.
Because she betrayed her oath. I mean, she, instead of arguing to the point of decision, and then if you reach really a crisis of conscience, what you're supposed to do is resign.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to get up and tell the rest of the Justice Department not to follow the lawful orders of the president.
How far does this go, and what should we expect next in this deep state war with this administration and this president?
Yeah, it goes far and wide. There's a tremendous number of political operatives working actively against the president. And I think what's going to come out, and it's going to be, it'll make Watergate pale in comparison. Mr. Nunes and others are going to reveal, they're going to get the basic interrogatives. Who authorized this intelligence activity? What agency was doing it? Who authorized the unmasking of the names? And who disseminated it? Once you answer that, the game is over.
Why were Admiral Rogers of the NSA, James Comey of the FBI, both before Nunes and his committee Monday, on Wednesday this comes out.
Yep.
What in the world is going on, and why is that timing? And now we're going to have another opportunity for truth to emerge tomorrow, thanks again to Chairman Nunes.
Well, Chairman Nunes says that the FBI is not cooperating so far. They've been on notice since, I think, 3 weeks ago about providing information, and they haven't. And unfortunately, Admiral Rogers sat there the other day and said that they were researching how many Americans, and both the number and the names of Americans who had been unmasked.
Right.
And that is baloney. That information is available to him in about 5 seconds with about a dozen keystrokes. Right. The NSA knows exactly what Americans have.
Do you think we'll have that number tomorrow?
They better, you know, because he knew it back then. And this idea that they're researching it is laughable.
Chris, well, not much of it is laughable. I'll take that for the night's festivities in this very serious issue.
It is deadly serious.
It is extraordinary. And thanks again, Chris, for all you do, and thanks for being here tonight. We appreciate it. Chris Farrell,